Hey my beautiful stuff, welcome to another video. Today I thought that I would do a 50 facts about me video. I just thought that it would be a great way for you guys to get to know me, and not like the basic stuff, but like the stuff that a friend would know. So I want to get right into it. I am the youngest of 3 children. I have a brother who is 29 and a sister who is turning 27 in June. I am 5'6", which is a pretty decent height for girls. I eat my Frosted Flakes cereal with sugar sprinkled on top because I feel like they're just not sweet enough for me. Weird? Kind of, but that's how I like it. When I go out for coffee with friends, I don't drink coffee. I tend to go grab a hot chocolate, but I don't like hot chocolate. I don't like the taste of it. So I tend to grab a vanilla bean hot chocolate from Second Cup. When I was in high school, I actually used to deliver the newspaper with my mom, my sister, and my dad. And we had 5 paper routes, and we would deliver them after school. We would deliver them on Wednesdays and Fridays, and my dad would deliver them on Saturdays. When I was little, the building that I used to live in, there is a swimming pool in the backyard of it, and that is where I learned how to swim. I saw my brother and my sister jumping in the pool with their hands up in the air, and I wanted to be just like them, so I had one of those floaties around me. So I jumped in, threw my hands up in the air, and fell right through the center. And my brother had to pull me up out of the water, and the quickest way he could do that was by pulling my hair. So that's how I learned how to swim underwater. My shoe size is a size 8. But depending on the shoes, sometimes I am a 7.5 and sometimes I am a 7, but most of the times I am an 8. I have actually never been a bridesmaid before my brother's wedding in September, and I had a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to be a bridesmaid for my sister and friends. Speaking of weddings, I am not ashamed to admit that I have already somewhat planned my wedding. I know the color scheme, as well as somewhat what I would like my cake to look like, as well as the flowers. Yes, I am single. Growing up, something that I used to get for lunch every single day was actually a Nutella sandwich on white Wonder Bread. Let me tell you, that went on for years and I loved it. Took a break for about a year or 2 for a salami sandwich, but then went back to my roots to a Nutella sandwich. Last year, being 2016, my sister and my friends decided to throw me a surprise party for my birthday, and it was probably one of the best birthdays I think I've had in a really long time. I absolutely loved it. It was Blue Jay themed. No surprise there, and I had an Aaron Sanchez cake and I loved it. One thing that I miss the most about TV is the 90s TV shows such as Saved by the Bell, That's So Raven, Pokemon, you name it. I miss them all. My whole family, aside from my parents and my brother and my sister, actually live all in Poland, and we are the only one of us here in Canada. Growing up, I had quite a few pets. We had 10 fish, 8 of them which were goldfish, and 2 of them which were some weird other kind of fish. And then we had 3 hamsters, 1 for each child, and we also had 2 cats. I have tried smoking, obviously not cigarettes, but I have smoked a cigarillo. I would do it occasionally when I'm drinking or if I was chilling with some friends, but other than that, I do not smoke at all. Growing up, I had a bunk bed with my sister, and I had a top bunk, which means that I had a poster of Chad Michael Murray taped to the ceiling, and it would be the first thing I'd see when I woke up and the last thing I would see before I went to bed. I have a fear of butterflies. Now, I know a lot of people think it's crazy, and it probably is, but I'm terrified of butterflies, I'm terrified of moths, and there it is. I'm weird, I know. I am so in love with Aaron Sanchez, I cannot contain myself. Speaking of Aaron Sanchez, I am a massive Blue Jay fan, as you guys could tell. I watched basically all their games last season, and I cannot wait for their season to start this year, which is actually on Monday, and I cannot wait. Roses are my favorite flowers. I just absolutely love them. They're just a classic flower, and I think they're beautiful. One thing I absolutely love doing is going to weddings. I love to watch the bride and groom show their love for each other and just see how in love they are, as well as I love to get on the dance floor and dance my night away. Not a lie, I really am. I'm like the one who's always on the dance for dancing. So in high school, my friends and I would always say, "Aw, muffin." And I remember one time we were walking down the hall and we saw a muffin top chilling on the floor in the hallway. And my friends and I turned to each other and said, "Aw, muffin." And then one of my friends turned to me and said, "Aw, Annabananamuffin." And that is how my YouTube channel name was created. Speaking of my YouTube channel, I have been uploading videos for 5 years now, and I am loving it, and I cannot wait to see what the future holds. When myself and my sister are bored, and her boyfriend, we tend to travel up to Niagara Falls for the evening and just chill out there and have a great time. Some of the foods that I absolutely hate eating is fish and sushi, although I have never ever had sushi before. I just don't like the thought of it. And when someone tells me to try sushi, I kind of just look at them and feel sick because I just think it's disgusting, although I've never tried it. I cannot sleep unless my room is cold and I can tuck myself up into my covers. On the topic of sleeping, I cannot sleep unless it is completely dark and completely quiet in my room. A couple years back, I met Danny, Travis, Charles, and Allie all downtown outside of the Opera House for when they were in Toronto for their show. I met Danny at Starbucks. Then I met Charles and Allie outside of some store further down away from the venue. And then I met Travis by the tour bus outside of the venue. Believe it or not, I am still working at the very first job I've ever had, and I worked there for 7 years, going on 8. One thing I love to do and don't get to do often is actually sit around the campfire and chill out with some friends, listen to the fire crack, and stay nice and toasty. When I get home from work, the first thing I do is get into my PJs and sit in bed and just chill. Another weird fact, I like to sit and munch on ice. Kind of weird. A lot of people say I'm low in iron, but I don't think I am. I just love to munch on ice. Thanks to my elementary school choir, I sang the national anthem twice at 2 Blue Jay games. It was a lot of fun. I can rewatch One Tree Hill, Gossip Girl, and Grey's Anatomy over and over and over again, and I'll never get sick of it. Being 24 and all doesn't mean that I am adult. I'm still a kid at heart, and I absolutely love to sit down and color in coloring books. It's true, I do. I had my first alcoholic beverage when I was camping, and I believe I was in grade 9. And my parents actually gave it to me. I remember exactly what it was. It was a Woody's Cooler in grapefruit. I don't drink a lot of pop. If I do drink pop, then I drink iced tea or ginger ale. But I heard that iced tea isn't a pop because it's basically cold tea. So the only pop I'll drink is ginger ale, and I don't drink it often. I absolutely hate wearing jeans. I will wear jeans. I have some. Obviously, I wear them for special occasions, whatnot, but if I have a choice, I will be wearing leggings, 100%. This right here is actually my baby blanket that I still have. I've shared a room my entire life, and last year I actually got my own room for the first time, and I cannot tell you guys how much I love having my own room. Because I now have a couch in my room, I have just noticed how bad of an addiction I have to buying decorative pillows. I have about 5 of them on this couch, and I plan on buying more. I have a problem. I prefer to go to drive-ins instead of to the movie theater, only because I find it, one, a lot more fun to be able to sit in a car and watch a movie and be able to talk with friends than sitting in a dark theater and having to sit down quietly and watch the movie. Some of my all-time favorite movies are Grease, Dirty Dancing, The Wizard of Oz, and Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. When I was little, I was actually terrified of the dark. I used to have to sleep with a nightlight, as well as I was terrified of the closet thanks to The Ring, and I still sort of am sometimes to this day scared of the closet. This is Chester, and I sleep with him every single night. I am 24 and I do not have my license yet. Although I am planning to get it, I just don't know when. My favorite subject in high school is actually history, believe it or not. I just find it absolutely fascinating. I would much rather stay in at home, play a board game, watch TV or a movie than to go out. I used to have a really bad habit of biting my nails, but I broke that habit and now I have beautiful nails. And last fact is I've only ever been to Ottawa, New York, Poland, Germany, and Czech Republic. Alright guys, and there you have it. Those are some 50 facts about myself. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys learned something new about yours truly. And yeah, so if you guys haven't already, make sure you guys hit the little button down below to subscribe. Give this video a big thumbs up if you guys enjoyed it. In the comments down below, let me know one fact about you. I will leave all my social media links down below or in this corner right over here, so you guys can give me a cheeky little follow on all of those. And that is it. So once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!